What else did you say? Do you remember?
I'm gonna let you ride this one out on your own.
Do you want to talk about the rest of your mean rant?
No.
Okay.
I think she's got it covered.
And then she pushed me down. And then she kicked my ankle. And then it swelled up to this size it is now.
So you were lying to Cade when you said you fell?
Well, yeah, I did fall. And it was after you pushed me.
The fall came after the push.
Yeah, if you recall. No, so what happened? I was like standing on this like little ice mound outside of my work because like the kids were getting their backpacks out and I was like trying to be funny a little bit, like, you listen to me, I'm on the mound, you know?
Yes, I'm familiar.
And so they were just like grabbing their backpacks out of the back of the van. And then my feet, like I was like standing like this. And then one of my feet were like, and just slid. But then I was like trying to catch myself. And then it like just got stuck in the grass and it like was like, yeah. And then it popped so loud. And then I was like, it's fine. Like, we're going to go inside. Like, it's fine. And I was just, you know, trying to tough it out, but I started to like faint and
Whoa.
Yeah, like tunnel vision. And like this kid was like, your face is green. And I'm like, it's fine. I'm just going to go to the commons. And I was like wobbly tunnel vision, like almost fainted in the hallway just because of the pain, I guess. But it's fine.
Will you be able to play volleyball tonight?
I'm going to give it my all.
Not even Misty May Trainer could be at Jackie at volleyball.
You're so right about that. Who's that person?
She's an Olympic volleyball player.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't ask who she is.
I didn't know.
Welcome to No Bummers. It's a podcast where we talk about whatever we want, and the only rule is
No bummers!
Each week, we talk about something we've been fixated on for the past week, as well as each of us has prepared a topic that the other two hosts don't know ahead of time. Yeah, that's it.
My name's Jackie.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Cade. Who wants to talk about their hyperfixation first?
I do.
Okay.
I am hyperfixated on this show called Below Deck. Have you ever heard of it?
It's like they follow cruise people?
Yeah,
around?
they're like, it's the crew on yachts. And so it just like follows their whole season. So their whole season is like 6. Jackie knows all this because I like spouted everything out.
She's told me 3 times.
Because I want somebody else to watch it so I can discuss all the drama with somebody. But it's like a 6-week long season that they have. And these people, like, this is their job. They go on yachts, and you're either like an interior crew, which means like...
Is it like one person's yacht that they work on, or it's like a yacht that rich people rent out for?
A yacht that rich people rent out. So they have like...
So are they really rich?
I mean, yeah.
Because if you really had the money, you would buy it.
Yeah.
Well, like, just think...
Just something I learned in my finance
So their
class.
tips, like, their tip that they give the captain for the whole crew can be like $20,000, which the crew has said, yeah, that's like a 10 or 15% tip. So for a 3-day cruise charter, it's like $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So yes, they're rich.
If any of you like if you've got like an empty room,
You're like, what?
on
I
your
just
yacht,
wish I had someone I could bring along. Me. Also, I want to meet all of the crew members.
Yeah,
to see if they know any extra drama.
I will reenact mutiny aboard the SS Bounty, and we will rise up and overthrow.
Yes, and it will be so fun.
Throw who over?
The rich people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll be like
Throw them.
tragedy. They were lost at sea. They were water skiing behind the yacht.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
it
either want
really
to be
could
a
have happened to
guest
anybody.
or be a crew member, and I don't care what I have to do to be either one. But I'm obsessed.
I bet you could be a crew member pretty easy.
I don't know. Well, because like some of the people have talked about it, and especially for like the nicer, bigger yachts that can hold like several guests and all the crew, you have to have like 5 years of experience being a yachty. That's what they call
Is that that's what
themselves.
they? Okay,
That's
I
their term.
was worried that was a word you made up.
No, that's what they call. I did not make that up. But
It's just something I wanted to try out.
Just
a
something like
yachty.
those of us in the community.
well, and you have to have like all this licensing and stuff too, because you like
to work on a boat.
yeah, like safety licensing and stuff, because it's a boat. It's not
Okay.
safe.
I know nothing.
sell
I know
them on-
nothing about nautical law, so
Well, you're a fool.
please
then.
educate me.
Well, that's like this
She's
is
not
all,
a yachty yet. She can't.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah,
anyway.
maybe you should get your like maritime law degree, and then you could just be like a lawyer specifically for.
Oh, that'd be pretty fun.
The yachties.
I think
the
I would be a
yachties.
bad
You
lawyer.
should. What's that song? Body yaddy yaddy
Buddy,
yaddy yaddy.
that would be such a fun
Cute
song
for
to
the
sing.
yachties.
We should tell them about it. I don't know if they know about that.
Yeah, they've been below deck forever.
6 weeks.
Yeah, they certainly
without
don't
coming
know
up for
about-
air.
No,
Oh wow.
that's not
They
true.
certainly
That was
don't
a
know about
lie.
Megan Thee Stallion if they don't even come up for air.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
could they?
Anyway, does she sing that song?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's
you
I'm
didn't make
obsessed.
a fool of yourself. Unlike
For once.
when you were on the mound.
It hurts so bad.
I'm really sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
I hurt my ankle.
I'm sorry I farted in your purse, and I'm sorry for bringing it up now.
Yeah, it's okay. I forgive you. Go ahead. Oh, that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
that's
she's a
the
yachty.
hyper-fixation. What's yours?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, actually, so I was talking to one of our friends, and it came to my attention that he has a lot of hobbies and a lot of things that he's like really passionate about and he knows a lot about. And so it inspired me to like develop some more hobbies. What?
Is it someone we both know?
Yes.
I just am
His name
laughing.
is Scott.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was him.
I was wondering if there was like a reason you weren't
Well,
sharing it, and I was
I
like,
don't know.
I literally there were 3 people in my mind that it could be
Yeah.
who?
Evan,
Uh-huh.
Scott, or Hunter, and I was like, I'm pretty sure
They
she
all
would
have-
just say Hunter, and she would just say Evan because they've both been on the podcast before.
For sure.
We should have Scott on the podcast.
Dude, and he can talk about the hobbies. Anyway, so I just recognize that he has a lot of things that he's passionate about, a lot of things he knows a ton about,
Like hatchbacks.
like hatchbags.
Fine suits.
No, really. He knows so
Literally.
much about suits.
Really?
He knows
He
so
was
much
telling
about
us
leather.
like the names of the designers and like the cut.
Yes.
It was crazy.
It was awesome.
Armani,
Don't ask me.
Vera Wang. I'm sure she's done a suit before.
I don't know about that. I think she's pretty exclusively
Vera,
in women's
comment
wear.
down below. if
maybe
you've
maybe
created
like
suit
a
before.
women's wedding pantsuit.
It's possible.
It is. Okay, anyway.
We'll have to invite her on the podcast next
Okay.
week.
I told her to comment down below if you heard me. So
Vera.
yeah, we'll
Get
we'll
on that.
hear from her.
So
shortly.
what hobby do you think you want to develop, or did you
So-
pick already?
So yes.
We'll put up a poll and everyone can vote.
You can
on-
decide what I'm gonna be good at. So I have a guitar, so I'm trying to practice guitar 30 minutes a day.
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm trying to get the calluses on my fingers. It fetching hurts. If anybody plays guitar, it hurts to get
you-
calluses on your fingers.
do you know how to play guitar already?
I know all of the major chords, so you can play most songs with like
chords. Yeah,
the major chords, but to play an F is really hard for me, and so I need that for a lot of songs, but
Mhm.
my fingers aren't strong enough, so I just have to practice. So I'm doing guitar, and then I made my first loaf of bread on Sunday.
And it was delicious.
Congrats!
It was so
Yeah,
good.
it's-
I
So-
saw it burst from the oven.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I named him Brett because it almost sounds like bread.
That's
Anyway.
a good one.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to bake or cook or something.
Baking is awesome. Baking rocks.
And so
It's a great hobby.
And then guitar, because I learned myself how to play the piano, and so I'm like trying to learn guitar too because I think it'd be fun.
I have tried to teach myself guitar, and my attention span's not good enough.
It's hard to do. It's hard to press the strings down. It's
Yeah.
hard to learn a strumming pattern.
That's
So-
why I think I need to find a teacher and like pay someone to teach me, because then I'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, I have to practice because I'm paying this person to,
Yeah.
rather than just be like, meh, I'll like teach myself. Like I'll get to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. I like forced myself to like last night I was over at Morgan's and then I came home at like 10:30 and I was like, Jackie, you have to practice or else you're gonna
Nice.
ruin your streak. So then like really quietly I was like practicing the chords, but yeah, good times though. So baking and guitar probably is what I'll try to figure out.
So fun. Yeah, baking rocks. I support that one 100%.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll make you some bread sometime.
I would love that.
Yes. Okay, sweet. Oh, and I churned my own butter. I put cream in a jar and I shook it up and made some butter.
And it was also delicious,
I brought it to Morgan when she was at her shift
which
at
was
work.
so nice. Got me
Bread,
through
bread
the
and
night.
butter.
Yeah, I was like, and I brought her some honey
Some
too, so it was
honey.
good.
That was pretty nice.
Anyway, you can churn your own butter, everyone. Let me teach you how. So you get
Caroline,
a jar.
are you paying attention?
You get a jar.
If
Mason
you're
jar?
Amish and you know it, shake your jar.
Yeah, honestly. So you fill your jar halfway with heavy whipping cream and you shake for like maybe 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all at once, it will separate like butter, buttermilk. And so it'll be like white and then like a butter ball.
A
Like,
lump.
a butter lump, if you will. And then you have to wring it out. Like you
With
have
cheesecloth or something, or
you definitely should have cheesecloth. You could use your paws too, but
Which one did you use?
I'll leave that up to the
Morgan might
imagination.
need to go throw up.
No, I clean my hands.
I know.
Where's a girl to
I
find
just-
cheesecloth at short notice?
I was just wondering because I thought it was funny the way that you said it. It seemed really suspicious.
I was like, you could use cheesecloth like a loser,
Yeah,
or
if
you
you
could
wanna
wring it
use-
out with your
Idiots
hands.
use cheesecloth.
Yeah, so I because apparently, if you leave the butter in the buttermilk, it will rot it, rot it.
Right.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Something I learned on Sunday. But yeah, so then wrung out my butter like you do, and then ta-da, bread was done, butter was done,
That's
brought it to
amazing.
Morgan. Fun. Anyway, so if you want to churn your own butter, not very hard.
Neat.
You got 15 minutes to shake a jar. So
Always.
you could be churning butter now.
I'm
but
just
you're
like
sitting there.
looking for things to do with my hands at all times.
Yeah, there you go.
We should all just
That
be
was-
churning butter.
Or
next
just-
week.
Butter was the first fidget spinner, I think. Like,
Probably.
So someone's at the door.
I guess.
We've never had this happen before.
It might be Amazon. Anyways, do you have anything more to say about bread and butter?
No. I'm sorry
Okay.
I gave the whole tutorial, but it's time you guys learn.
You're like
Idiots.
berating our listeners.
If you're not shaking a jar full of cream right now,
I think it was Costco that had bread makers on sale.
should I get a bread maker or should I do it myself?
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
I'm the bread
just
maker now.
yeah, the bread maker just like does it for you.
I'm gonna stick to
To
the old kneading it. I will say, during that part of the process, I was terrified because the dough was all over my hands and I couldn't get it off.
sticky.
Very, very sticky. And so I was like kneading it. I was like, I didn't say a swear. But,
She said, "Oh biscuits."
oh, biscuits, is this ever going to come together? And it did eventually. Anyway, that's all.
So fun.
Yeah.
Cade, what's yours?
Mine is I don't know if you've heard of like this. She's kind of under the radar. This artist. She's like loosely related to Hannah Montana, famous pop star. Miley Cyrus came out with a new song. Have you guys listened to it?
I've
I
heard
bet-
it on TikTok.
I've been listening to it a lot. It's very good. Very
Dude.
sad. So sorry,
Yeah.
everyone.
But okay, but Miley is in her glow up
She really is.
She's gorgeous.
She has like emerged from the ashes as a phoenix.
Amazing. Yeah, I feel like she's like really found herself. Like this is like, because I mean, I think, and maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but I do feel like when she first stopped being on Disney, she was like very like flamboyant and like very like out there kind of, but then she's kind of dialed it back and is like still like super cool, but like
she's like found her spot. I feel like
because I've always loved her. Like I've always been amazed
Can't be
by
tamed.
her. Yeah, exactly.
Wrecking Ball,
best of both
banger.
worlds. You're one in a million. Like all of it, loved it. But then so I feel like she's like settled and
into her spot. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for the rest of the album.
Yeah,
which comes out in March. So stay tuned because I'll probably be my hyper-fixation around March.
There you go.
But yeah, it's a very good but sad song.
Yeah.
About Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And it's just like, my guy,
you
messed up.
Yeah. He wasn't ready for
her. I went first last week, so who is?
I'll go.
Okay.
I want to know so we talked about your best interaction with a stranger. I want to know an interaction with a stranger that was crazy.
That was crazy.
I can go first while you guys think of it.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so there I was. I went to go get
barbecue sauce.
No. That is not how the story goes. No, so
I would love it if that was how this story started.
Imagine. So I was going to get ice cream with my friend Emery. We were going to Sonic, and she's like, "Girl, I'll just come pick you up. No big deal." And I was like, "Okay." So she comes and picks me up. So my car is left at Carriage Cove. Car is left at Carriage Cove. We go get ice cream. I got this doesn't matter, but I'm just going to tell the viewers at home because this shake is amazing. The coconut cream pie shake.
Oh, really?
It slaps. You need to get it.
At Sonic? I don't like their ice cream.
Okay, then don't get it. But just know it's so good when we get it. So
when we come, know that we're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
It's very good. Anyway, so we chit chat, have a grand old time at Sonic. She's dropping me back off at home, and I was like, we're pulling in, and I'm like, my lights are on in my car. And she's like, what? Like, did you, like, when you ran down and got your wallet, did you, like, turn your lights on? I was like, I don't think so. And she's like, and so we're in her car, and we drive around the corner, because I always parked on that corner, you know? So we're driving around the corner. There's a grown man in my car, sleeping in my car. Homeless man. So
I remember this.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't want to disturb his slumber.
Who am I?
I was like, I didn't lock the car, so that's on me. Do
you think he just like went through the parking lot?
Pulled on doors,
trying
probably.
Doors?
Yeah. Or maybe he like didn't, maybe he came to that corner first. Like, I don't really know what happened, but I was like, okay, I'm just going to call the police. And I, like, when I was on the phone with the police, I was like, I don't think he means any harm. They're like, you don't know that. Like, they're like, talking to me.
They're like, please do not try and get in the car.
And I was like, I'm not going to, but like, I think we're good.
I work for Wasatch Mental Health, so I think I know a thing or two.
Yeah, I'm like, he's sleeping. It's warm in my car. Yeah, but so the police come and they like get him out of the car, and he was just napping in there, and he stole some stuff out of there, like some water bottles, I don't know, like a window brush thing. I don't really know why, but
I don't know what he's gonna use it on.
Yeah, but I remember I was actually so freaked out, and I was like calling Nate, and Nate's like, "You want me to come over there?" I was like, I made a
probably-
mistake. Do not come over here.
Actually, forget I called. Erase my number.
Yeah, like this didn't happen. So, but then the police came and they're like, "Do you want to press charges because you did steal stuff out of your car?" And I'm like, "It's what's mine is yours, buddy." And so I just let him keep the water bottle. And
You're
stuff.
like, really, that's my fault. I shouldn't
Yeah,
have
I was like,
kept my
'cause-
door open.
Yeah, because so like what happened, I like went back in my memes and remembered that I had school that day. And so I'd like gone all the way downstairs, was in my car, and then I looked at my phone and I was like, oh my gosh. Well, so, okay, no, this is actually, so I was downstairs and then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot my wallet upstairs. So I went back upstairs and then I checked my phone in my apartment and my class was canceled. So I was like, oh, I'll just stay here. Left the door unlocked of my car. And then homeboy found a little place to rest. But yeah, he's a stranger. I didn't really interact with him, but I was like, that is a crazy story.
Dang.
That is scary.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure he was nice. Like,
Well, and yeah, but
Yeah.
you did the right thing.
yeah, imagine if I was like, hey, get out of my car, and he's like angry or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because you really don't know.
Yeah. But like Emery and I like watched the whole thing unfold from my balcony. We're like just watching because it was like a perfect angle. And we're like, okay, there are the cops. Like we're just like watching the whole thing happen. Anyway. That's mine.
That
What
is
about you?
crazy.
Or you? Who wants to go next?
You
Do you
go
have yours?
next. I
You
don't
want me
have
to go
mine.
next?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't have mine on deck yet.
I'm trying to think of like what a good one would be. Because most of the time, I can just like I don't have a problem with talking to new people, except when they're like people I think are really cool or important. So like when we went to that show, was it like a year and a half ago? We went to that live podcast of Sinisterhood, and you
Okay.
guys left after the show, but I stayed around for the meet and greet.
Uh-huh.
I was like a total dum-dum to them.
What did you say?
I don't even remember it. My mind like went blank because it was like I love them so much.
You've been
They're-
listening to them for a while. Right?
Yeah. And so it was just like crazy to meet these people that
Yeah.
in my mind are like so cool and I've only ever listened to before.
Uh-huh. Like, they're right in front of me.
So I don't even remember what I said, but I know that I talked too fast because I talk too fast in everyday life. And so I can only imagine it was exaggerated. And I probably stuttered a lot too because I was probably so nervous.
Oh, that's cute.
So that's like the only time I can remember that I had it wasn't even a bad interaction because
Like-
it was
like
so fun.
weird, yeah.
And they wrote me a note after.
They did.
They mailed me a note. How cute is
Stop.
that?
That's
That is
very
so
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
They're
So that was very
they were
nice.
funny.
They were awesome.
And maybe it was because they were like, this kid is awkward and he's losing
He
his
worked
mind.
He's like
every ounce of
starstruck.
courage to talk to us.
Because I don't know if I've ever even really met like another
Celeb.
that I've cared about.
Well, did
You
you
know,
met
too?
Trixie Mattel? Was that?
Oh, that's
different?
true. That one was fun though.
Like
I wasn't that
you didn't
nervous
feel
about them.
Nervous, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't that nervous about those two.
Interesting, because like to me, like Trixie and Katya would probably be like a little bit more famous. You
Yeah.
know?
That was a really fun little meet and greet though. But I also had people with me at that one. I had
Okay.
my other two friends. So maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Is that it was
Yeah.
like I was just like by myself at
just
this
you.
other one. and
That
so it
would
was
be
like,
so scary.
yeah.
Yeah, if I have Morgan around, I'm like I could talk to anyone.
Right, yeah. Well, and even under like normal circumstances,
Yeah.
I can talk to pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
Probably more than they want me to.
Yeah. No. You're great.
But yeah, that's the only like awkward interaction that comes to my
That you
mind.
like remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
because if there's any other ones, I've probably blocked them out.
Yeah. Like I've done plenty of awkward
like I have
things.
done enough damage here. We're gonna wipe that from the
Take
record.
From the top. Yeah.
Try that one again.
Yeah. Run it back.
Oh, actually, Here's another one. Sorry, I'm gonna do two because this one, you guys know, my roommate. One of my roommates that he moved in towards the end of my time at Carriage Cove. I don't know if I'm okay to say his name.
Okay.
But, so when he moved in, Caden and I had just gone on like this spontaneous weekend trip to Disneyland because it was back when I had my annual pass and was over like in between Christmas and New Year's. And I think Caden had just broken up with a girl or something. Like something had happened and he's like, I just like want to like, let's just go do something. I was like, let's go to Disneyland, you know?
That was so fun.
So we drove to Disneyland and we got home and we had a new roommate, which like our roommate had sold his contract to this kid and stuff, but we hadn't met him before. And so we just showed up and he wasn't there, but we invited probably you guys and a bunch of other people over to our house to watch House Bunny.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
And so the first interaction we had was this new roommate walking in while we're in the middle of watching the House Bunny.
Which is a wild movie.
Right. And it's like not a great first impression film, you know? Like we probably should have been a little more tactful in
like if you were watching Ephraim's Rescue. Like you'd be like, all right.
The Cokeville Miracle.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, he walks in and I just remember we were like, hey man, I'm Cade.
And he's like looking at the screen, looking at you.
Well, and so then we're just like watching a movie with some people if you want to like hang out with us. And so he did, and it was great. And like he's an awesome person, great friend, love him to death.
Angel, he's so good.
And their baby is so cute.
Yes, she is darling.
But yeah, I just that I remember. I like he walked in and I was like, we should have picked a different movie.
Can I add something onto that story that is crazy? So, his wife, after we left, she said, I'm going to marry him.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she knew she was going to.
She saw the future.
She did. Yeah. And they did get married. So that's
and
fun.
they did. And they're wonderful.
Yeah. They are wonderful.
Do you have yours yet?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to buy you some time.
No, I appreciate it.
A little vamping.
I need it. So I have worked in a lot of different areas of customer service, and I used to work for David's Bridal as a bridal consultant, and it was like equally one of my favorite and least favorite jobs because people can be so fun and awesome when they're like trying on gowns, and then they can also be absolutely the worst. But most of the time it was the moms who were the worst. And so
the bride's moms.
Yeah. The brides generally just were like, yeah, I just want to find a dress. Like that's all I want.
Surprise.
Yeah, and then the moms are like, nah. So
it's not modest.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, why did you think it was going to be at this time?
It has not a strap on it. Yeah.
This is called David's Bridal. It means a man did it.
Not Brigham Young's bridal. But yeah, so
Emma Smith's bridal.
So we had, when you book a first-time bridal consultant at David's Bridal, I don't know if this is still the case because it's been a few years, but it used to be that it was an hour and a half long because it took so long to like meet your bride and get to know like what she was looking for in a wedding gown. And then you would like take her back and actually like get her into dresses. So normally through a bridal consultation, your bride will only try on like 3 to 5 dresses because
35, that's a ton. Just kidding.
325 actually.
Dresses.
325.
And even that is a lot because like brides who try on a lot of dresses, they have a harder time picking because like it's all just like a white dress.
Right. You don't want to give them too many choices because then it's hard to narrow it down.
Yeah. So it's like really important that brides got there on time for their bridal appointment. If they didn't, sometimes we could accommodate them and like push their appointment back, but a lot of times we couldn't because like on Saturdays we would be like double booked. It would be crazy. So this bride is supposed to come in. She has to come in on time because I've got an appointment right after her. She comes in 45 minutes late. And so I automatically tell her, I'm like, hey, like, I want to get you into dresses, but just so you're aware, like, I have an appointment after you. I cannot give you any more time. We'd love to see you come back and try on some more another time. And she was like, she was so sweet, this bride. She was like, okay, I totally understand. No worries. Her mom immediately on the defensive. And she was like, well, it's my fault. So you're not
Like-
going to say any of that to me. And I was like, I did say that to you because you were
okay.
standing right next to your daughter. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And
you just
so,
like repeat exactly what you say.
I'm sorry. Let me try again.
I
Let me
kind
try
of did.
again.
Like I kind of just like explained like the business model. Like I was like, this is why we recommend you
Like, it's
having
not-
the full time.
It's
Like,
not our fault
Yeah.
or the next bride's fault that you were 45
Right.
minutes late.
and I was trying to say
Get
like
wrecked.
it's for you that we want you to have all this time because like
Good
you
customer service
right
answer.
because I'm like because you can't try on the amount of dresses that you probably need to in 45 minutes or however much time we had left.
Are they
after
hard to
that.
get into?
The
Dresses.
The dresses,
Uh-huh.
yes. There's
Like, a
there's
gown
like
would be
lace up
hard.
ones. There's ones that are super heavy. There's ones that have like buttons up the back that take forever. It's
Put
hard.
a zipper in, Vera.
Some of them have zippers.
Yeah, like Victoria's was like a zipper, but then she had like buttons
Yeah.
to close over the zipper. So, and you had to have a special tool to button them. Like
Like a
there were like
crochet
buttons
hook.
all the way down
And
the
there's
back. Yeah.
That's too complicated.
for David's bridal specifically, you have to have a bridal consultant with you because they sell the dresses that are on the floor. So like you as
Oh.
a customer can't just be like willy-nilly trying
Like
stuff on.
you can't be going through the racks.
Yeah, because like
basically.
we sell those dresses to
Yeah.
people. So if you mess them up, that's money that we don't get.
right.
We didn't get. I don't
That
work
David
anymore.
doesn't get.
Yeah, David's just suffering for money. So anyway,
His knuckles are raw from sewing.
He's like, please don't go through the racks without Morgan.
I like have this whole spiel. Mom's already mad at me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I literally don't have time to deal with you. So I send her and the rest of her party over to just like go sit and wait. I
The
talk to my
isolation
bride.
cabin.
I figure out like what she wants, and then I send her over to like wait for me. I grab a few gowns. I'm like putting them up. I'm trying to get her like situated so we can try on some freaking dresses. Her mom comes up to me and she's holding a dress that we don't sell. It's freaking ugly, by the way. Like not that
you
that's
don't
important.
sell. Where did she get it?
She brought it in with her and she
Oh.
was like, we want her to try this on.
I'm sorry.
And yeah. And so I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, first of all, I've never had this happen, so I'm just gonna have to like verify with my manager that it's fine. I'm sure it is, but like
do I bring my DiGiorno to your Little Caesars and ask if I can
No.
bake it there? I do not.
yeah.
That's
So
so funny.
she's like, can we try this on? And I'm like, you like, oh, like where did you get that? Because for a second I was like, is that one of her dresses? I don't know. It's ugly. I hope it's not. And she was like, oh, this is her cousin's dress. So I'm like, you can try that on freaking any time. Like, why'd you bring that here? And so I said that. I was like, I don't know if you can try that on. Let me check with my manager. But also, like, you only have this amount of time. I would suggest just trying on the dresses that we have. And she was like, so you're telling me I can't? And I was like, that's literally not what I said at all. I don't know. This girl's ready to fight me already. So I was like, I'll just
She's
go
like,
check with my
post
manager.
up.
So I go check with my manager, and my manager's like, yeah, it's fine, but it's stupid. I'm like, you want to come tell her that? Because she's not listening to me.
You're like, I would actually love if you would come say that to her.
yeah.
Yes.
So then, like, the mom's like not budging because my manager did come over because she was like, I can tell this girl is going to be a problem, so I'm going to come over. So she's like, no, she's trying this dress on, and we're like, okay, whatever. And the girl's like almost in tears. Obviously, the mom does this all the time because she's so stressed about it.
Honestly,
So
I would tell my mom. Like, my mom would never because she's
No.
an angel person.
Honestly, an angel.
But I would just be like, guess what, Mom? Sorry, you can't come.
yeah,
Right.
like, you have to act up here. You're down here at the very least.
I need you to
Listen.
take it down.
if our listeners don't gain anything from our podcast, women who listen to this, bring
that
the
our moms are
smallest amount
angels?
of people to
Oh.
your bridal consultation that you can, because everybody's got an opinion and it can get really hectic in there.
Go by yourself for the first time and then bring people.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Honestly,
once
it's
you know
not
what
a
you
bad
are
idea.
like, what you like, that
Yeah.
makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different styles and types, and you just gotta listen to yourself because it's
Long
your
ones,
freaking day.
short ones.
You're right.
pearly,
Yeah, pearly.
off-white,
He's doing real
eggshell, with the big butts like in Cinderella.
A bustier? No.
No,
For
I
the
think
butts?
bustier is
What is it called?
I don't.
Bustle.
Bustle? A bustle is where you put the train up.
Morgan, well, what is it?
I don't know because they don't sell those dresses anymore.
Well, you know it.
I don't remember what the word is right now off the top. Anyway, okay. So
Insert right here what the word is.
we're going to make
I'm fairly certain it's not bustier because I think bustier is
Bustier is up here.
up here.
Yeah.
I think so too. After I said, I was like, "That's wrong." Take it
Martha May Bustier has the best dress.
She did. But anyway,
She did.
so her mom's like freaking out. We get this girl into this ugly A dress, and the girl is like, "Yeah, mom, like I said, I don't like it." And I
She's
was like,
Mom,
"You don't
like I
even
said,
like it?"
when we tried it on at home,
Yeah.
I don't like
And
it.
so her
So
mom is
sad.
like, "Whatever, like you're dumb because this would just be cheap." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course it would, but
you
But-
hopefully
but
only have
even-
one wedding.
I still
Yeah.
don't understand why they had her tried on at.
I think
The bridal
I think it was
store.
her mom's like last ditch effort to be like, look at it in these
Compared.
mirrors on this like with this lighting and
with
stuff
a
like
veil,
that.
maybe.
Yeah, and so her mom had been like yelling at me about the dress, so I was already like kind of like flustered. I wasn't being like super happy with the bride, and that like not like to her, but just because I was like, okay, now I gotta dress her in this other dress and hope her mom doesn't scream at me this time. So we put her in this other dress and she walks out. She looks beautiful and she's like, yes, I really like this dress. Her mom doesn't listen to a word she says. She comes up and she looks at the price tag and she's like, that's too expensive. And I was like, Kate, I was told that you didn't have a price range.
I was going to say, that seems like something you would cover.
Right. That
In
was
that initial
what both
take-in.
she
Yeah.
and her daughter told me. They both told me separately there's no price range. So I was
It
like,
was during the first 45 minutes of their appointment
that they
weren't at.
should have told me.
Mo- When Morgan was sitting there with her clipboard, oh, no price
No
range.
price
Got it.
range. We're
She's
gonna
like,
put you in our
they just
$1,500
didn't
gown.
respond. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like, I was told that you didn't have a price range, and she was like, well, we do. And I was like, do you mind telling me what it is? So that
I would love to know.
yeah. And I was kind of being a little sassy because I was like, lady, like, what are you like?
That's a no from me, dog.
Yeah. So I was like, do you want to, will you tell me what the price range is just so that I can like pull dresses that are more appropriate to the price range? And she literally said, no. And I was like,
All
so
right.
I just had to look at the price tag of the dress she was wearing
remember
and
how
then
much it
go
was?
down. That one was one of our like higher designer gowns. So that one was $1,200. That's not that.
I know. It
That's
still just
like
shocks
not
me.
crazy for
It
a wedding
just
dress
shocks me.
at all.
I'm sorry to my future wife.
Watch one episode
But
of Say Yes to the
that's what
Dress.
my face will be every time you tell me how much
Say-
something costs
Say
for a
yes
wedding.
to the dress. Their dresses are like $15,000.
Oh, that makes my heart hurt.
Yeah,
Because you could
ours
go on
too.
such a fun trip or
Because you
something.
will never wear it again
Yeah.
if you play your cards right.
You shouldn't
I-
have to.
And
yeah.
you should- and people are like, I would never wear my old wedding dress to my second wedding.
No, that's bad juju you're bringing into
yes,
the marriage.
indeed.
Anyway, so
Yikes.
I just have to like kind of like guesstimate how much their budget is because she won't
Their
tell me.
budget?
Yeah, their budget. I don't know
How
what it
much
is.
bread are you willing to lay down for
Not
this?
enough. Not enough is the answer. And so I get her into another dress and the bride is being so sweet. And she's like, I'm so sorry about my mom. And I'm like, it's really no big deal. Like, I'm here for you. So you just tell
I'm
me
so
what you
sorry
want me
about
to
your
do.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's
you-
gonna be gone in about 12 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
you guys are going home soon. You gotta freaking live with her forever. So good luck with that. And then, so I like get her into the last gown that we're gonna have time for. She really likes it. It seems to be more in the budget, and so the mom is like, okay, well maybe this is the dress. We're not deciding today. And the daughter's like, no, this is like I love this dress. And so the mom's just like, no, we're not buying it today.
That is so.
Because she's
that
got
makes
the
me
credit
so
card.
sad.
And so I was like, okay. I was like, do you guys want to like book a follow-up appointment? Because like once you have like the first
maybe
bridal,
book 2 so you can be late to 1.
yeah, you can have like a 2-hour window. But like once you book the
That's
first,
actually brilliant.
it's not a bad idea for a bride.
2 back to back, and you're like, no, I'm in the window.
I will be late. I'm just gonna be straight up front. I will be late.
Yeah. Well, so then I was like, do you want to book a follow-up? And then like we can like look more at ordering this and like look at accessories and talk to our the brain just alterations department, because for you boys and girls who don't know about this, pretty much every wedding dress has to be altered to fit you. Like everybody's body's different. They're just not all going to be perfect. So sometimes like the straps have to be tightened, or sometimes the hem has to be shortened, or you have to add a bustle, which is where you like pin the train up. So I'm like trying to give them
You have to add a big booty
big
Cinderella dress
booty
thing.
bustle.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm like trying to like give them these options, and the mom just like goes off on me, and she's like, I get it, you just don't want to make time for my daughter today. And I was like,
You're like, actually, yeah, I don't.
What did you do when you were 45 minutes late?
Right. And so the mom just starts like verbally attacking me, and she's like, you have been nothing but unhelpful, like we don't like you, you're like you're bad at your job, just like goes off on me. And so I was like
You're stupid.
yeah, pretty much. And like the unfortunate thing about me is like I cry at every situation. Like if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, if I'm being attacked, like I'll be crying. If you punch me in the face, I'll cry. Doesn't matter.
I think most people would.
But so she's like yelling at me, and I just burst into tears because like that's just my go-to reaction to things.
No,
apparently,
I'm the same. Like
and
too
so,
much of any emotion. I'm just like, it has to come out.
Yeah.
So then I cry.
And I hate it because like I wish I had been more on the ball and been like, hey lady, like it is not my fault that you were late. It's not my fault that you wasted her time trying on this ugly ass dress over here. Like I should have said a whole bunch of stuff, but I didn't. I was just started crying. And so my manager,
And that just probably made her more agitated.
yeah, literally. She
Yeah.
got madder at me. And I was like, I'm crying. You should be feeling bad right now. So my manager steps in, and she's like, that is not an appropriate way to talk to my employees. Like, was an awesome manager, totally took my side.
Good.
She was like, Morgan did the best that she could with the time that you let her have because you were late. And the bride is crying. And she gives
You guys are just hugging each other.
She gives me a hug, and she's like, I'm so sorry about all this. She's still wearing the wedding dress. And I'm like, it's
Morgan's
really,
mascara smeared across the shoulder.
I'm like, it's really
David's
okay.
like, are you kidding me?
He just screams.
He
You just
goes
hear a
from-
scream from the
running out
back
the
room.
back. But yeah, so I was like, it's really like, I was like, it's fine. Like, you have been lovely to work with. I'm sorry about your mom.
I would love to make an appointment for you
Yeah.
to come back.
And I literally, when I was getting her out of the dress that she was wearing, I was like, listen, like, as someone who's worked with so many brides this bridal season, like, it is totally fine if you want to come back here without your mom. Like, we have
Right.
lots of brides do that. We have brides who'll come in with like a 12-party appointment, and then the next time they come in by themselves because it's too much. And so I was
Yeah.
like, you can totally
But
do
like
that.
Jackie was saying, I feel like the better way would be to come by yourself the first time.
Yeah. And then be
Yeah.
like, these are the 3 dresses that I like.
Yeah,
the
and
most.
then bring your mom or whoever and be like, out
Yeah.
of these 3,
yeah.
this
Which
is what I like.
People often do. So I'm like suggesting that to her, and she's like, I literally can't because she's the money. And I was like, okay, good luck with that.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
you should go get a job.
Hope you're happy in your freaking ugly dress that you have to wear.
That's horrible.
It was insane. And her mom was so mean. Like when she left, she flipped me off, and I was like, real classy lady.
Did she really?
Yeah. And the funny thing is I was
If
already with my next bride.
Did
Like,
your manager say, we're canceling your follow-up appointment?
Oh, they
no
didn't
need for you to
make
come
one.
back.
They didn't
Oh, they
make
didn't?
one.
Good.
She didn't get that dress?
No.
That is so
I was going to say,
sad.
the only time I have ever yelled at a customer when I was a manager was because they made one of my employees cry.
Yeah.
And I went out and ripped that guy a new one.
Yeah, the manager was pretty upset. But yeah, so she like flipped me off on my way out. I was with my next bridal party, which
You're
was funny
smooth.
because they ended up being the best. Because they were
Really?
like, did that lady just flip you off? And I was like, yeah, like we don't have to talk about it. But they wanted to know. So I told them like some of the stuff that happened.
Ugh.
And they were like, oh my gosh. And they were so nice to me. They
That's
bought a
good.
dress and everything.
Well, it's like such a happy day. So then that's sad.
Right.
That your mom was like
And like, yeah,
ruining, like she's like, Mom, this is the dress. She's like, no, it isn't. Like that's horrible.
I'm like worried for the rest of that girl's wedding because that was pretty hard.
Hopefully it already happened.
Maybe her mom ruined it forever.
You ready for my topic?
Are we recording?
I think so.
I had no idea.
Oh, so sorry.
I saw him tap the button.
Yes,
You
I'm
did?
ready for your topic.
Okay, cool.
It's a good thing to talk about. Trent has helped me prepare my topic for this week.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm nervous.
You should be.
Oh.
We're going to play a game.
Oh dear.
Loser.
No.
I'm gonna lose again.
Although that was incredibly fun.
It was super fun.
No, we're going to do, they're called anti-drafts. Have you seen them on TikTok?
No.
So it's where Trent is going to give two of us a topic for a draft. So we'll say like the top 5 ice cream toppings.
Oh.
But the third person won't know what the topic is, but they still have to draft.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
So if you say ice cream topic, someone's plugging their ears?
So Trent has 3 topics, so each of us is going to be left out of the no for one topic.
Okay.
And so Trent's going to text the 2 for the first topic, and we'll have to come up with a list of 5 like best ice cream flavors, and you can't repeat. So I would say, like chocolate sauce, and then Jackie could say marshmallow cream, and then Morgan doesn't know the topic, so she's got to like come up with something.
Does she guess at the end what the topic was, or
sure,
do we just
we can
tell?
add that in.
Okay.
Wait, so is the goal that we don't let the other 2 know that?
Nope, it's just funny because you don't know what the topic is.
Okay.
Yeah, so then you have input on it.
Okay.
But you have to say something, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So now that I've explained it, we're gonna cut right here because I'll have you send them so we can make our lists.
Oh.
So then we can just go through them.
Okay, so we're just gonna.
So that we don't have like 10 minutes of dead space while we're thinking. That makes sense.
Pulling them off the cuff.
No.
Okay, you have like 2 minutes to prep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere.
Who knows where it's at?
Okay. So Trent texted me and Morgan, me and Jackie, and then Jackie and Morgan, 3 separate topics. So the way it's going to work for this first topic, it's the topic that Morgan and I both know. Jackie does not know. Top 5 answers ranked. 1 is the best and or like the most of whatever, and 5 being less.
Okay.
We can't repeat. So if someone says yours, you have to pick a next one. And we'll see how lost Jackie is. All right, well, go first.
Arizona.
Texas.
California.
Okay, number 2.
New Mexico.
Maybe for like a sea vibe, I said Maine.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Vermont.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, totally.
Nevada.
Okay. And then also following a similar vein of my last one, said Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Rhode Island.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, this is number 4, right?
Yeah. Florida.
Oh, good one.
Thanks.
I'll say Utah.
Okay. I raise you, South Dakota.
You know?
Could be.
Could be.
I have no idea.
Who's to say? I don't know. Don't think I've ever even been to South Dakota. If you're in South Dakota,
Let
and
us know.
you can confirm, please. All right, last one, Mo.
Last one. I'm gonna say New York.
That was my last one. I'll say let's say Colorado.
That was on my list.
Colorado could be.
Yeah.
You get the munchies.
Yeah.
You have to have a good one,
Yeah.
Last one.
Delaware.
Yeah,
Could be.
that's what they're known for.
Okay, wait. Can I make a guess of
Yeah.
what I think it is?
Yes.
Sure.
I see where it might, maybe the error in my
So
ways.
her top was Arizona. My top was Texas.
Okay, never.
If that's
mind.
helpful.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't.
You don't want to make a guess?
States that you can get high in.
Colorado probably would have been both of our number one if that was the case.
Whatever. I said California at first.
California was actually my third.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Same.
So, what was the topic?
States with the best tacos.
Tacos. You said South Dakota and Vermont.
I don't know, and neither do you guys.
No, we don't.
Okay, cool.
We do not.
We do not.
Cool.
Okay. Number 2 is me and Jackie,
Mhm.
Okay.
and Morgan. You have the one that says number 2, right? Jackie?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start this one off. I'll go and then Jackie so that Mo can hear too.
Okay.
Remember the Titans.
The Fault in Our Stars.
The Titanic.
Okay. Number 2, I said Homeward Bound.
That was one of mine.
I figured it would be.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Gone with the Wind.
Maybe. Number 3, I said The Secret Life of Bees.
Inside Out.
Dang it. That was one of mine too.
Really?
Yes.
The Lion King.
Yeah, I could see that.
Definitely.
Number 4, I said My Girl. You guys ever see that movie from the
Yeah.
90s?
Yeah.
I ran out. So
You ran out of
Yeah,
My Girl?
No. I ran out of
Oh, out of
Options.
answers.
Options.
Yeah. Let me think. 13 going on 30. We'll talk after about why that is. But yeah, 13 going on 30.
Okay. The Green Mile.
Okay. Last one, I said Pearl Harbor.
If it's what I think it is, then that's a good one.
The Edge of 17.
I can't think of it.
The Lego movie.
Harry Potter
Harry and the
and the
Hendersons.
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
All right.
Okay. That one was a little bit easier than what state
Was
has the
it
best taco.
was it movies that are sad
Movies that make you cry.
that make you cry? Okay.
Yeah. Inside Out is a good one.
Then I stand by all my choices.
Yeah, when you said the Titanic, I was like, yeah, she's right there.
It's on it, yeah.
I've never seen it, so I can't attest, but I know
It's
that
like
people
the
cry a
whole
lot.
Last hour and a half is just bawling.
If you had the VHS, it was the whole second tape.
Yeah.
The whole second
The
VHS.
Yes.
other side of the DVD.
Yeah.
Crying only.
They put it on 2 sides of the DVD.
Yeah, it's
They used
3
to
hours
have
long.
to. I don't think they have to with the
Oh,
copies
anymore.
they sell now.
Oh,
But the
okay.
old copies.
Wait,
yeah.
is it like it's like 3 hours and maybe 26 minutes, something like that?
Y'all, that's too long for
No,
a
listen.
movie.
So
I went and saw Avatar over the weekend.
I don't want
There was about 15 different times where I was like, okay, this is the end. And then it's like, nah, psych.
Did you like it?
It was fine. I mean, I feel the same way about it that I felt about the first one. Where it was like, oh yeah, that was cool. I'm glad I saw it. I'll
Yeah.
never see it again.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just don't want to see it. Like, I don't have any draw to see it. Maybe I'll watch it if it like
So-
streams when it comes out.
You hate James Cameron.
Yeah, he's ugly.
Therefore-
I don't know what he looks like.
He's the
Cameron
director
did
of the Titanic
No.
and also the Avatar movies.
Oh,
So by not seeing Avatar 2, you hate James Cameron.
guess so. Sorry, buddy. You got a one-hit wonder. That's what they call him.
No,
This guy is great.
there was a part in Avatar 2 where this like giant boat is sinking, and I was like, what is it with this guy and
Seems
big
pretty
boats?
familiar. That
What is it with yeah?
that is something that my
I haven't
sister
seen it
said.
before, actually. I don't think I've seen this film before, but I know that he likes to sink big boats.
My sister
He
said that
doesn't.
there was a scene where a ship was sinking, and she was like, "A lot of the shots were pretty much frame by frame Titanic." And I was
Really?
like,
So
That's
I
what
was
she
I
said.
was not wrong.
Yeah,
No.
she said that it was very, very similar.
He's
to
like
the
he
Titanic.
just it's like copy my work but don't make it obvious kind of a thing. But
Yeah.
it was his own work.
But it was just him, you know.
He
I guess
just
you'll have
he
to watch
just
the Titanic so you
CGI'd
can know for yourself.
baby Leonardo DiCaprio blue and
I wish he would.
yikes.
All right, going to what's the next one?
It's the two of you. So
Okay.
Jackie will go first.
Skinny dip.
That's
Okay.
your first one.
Yes.
Shark diving.
Skydiving.
Dang it.
Northern Lights.
I know what it is.
He's evil.
Visit the Grand Canyon.
Go to Australia.
Hang gliding.
Okay. White water rafting.
I don't know. See Taylor Swift live.
Niagara Falls.
It's so pretty.
Is it?
Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm sure you'll go someday before you die.
That's not the prompt. So. Weird that you said
This
that.
is pretty weird.
I don't know why you brought up Taylor Swift at a time like this. Go ahead.
Swim with the dolphins.
Visit every Disneyland.
Go to Paris.
Ride a hot air balloon.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have another.
We don't need another one.
I would say hike Mount Kilimanjaro.
Nice.
Not Everest.
No, that's too cold.
And it's really hard.
Kilimanjaro is warm.
I mean, it's warmer.
It's still covered in ice.
Yeah, but it's warmer.
Okay.
People don't die all the time on Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm sure people die.
Kill a man. Jarmo.
It's just me.
jar,
Killing
comma, mo.
Morgan.
Sorry. I have to do
She's
what
the
I have
hash
to do.
slinging slasher running her
named
way
it
up and
after
down the
me.
mountain.
Killing a man.
Kill a man, Jarman.
I should change that to be my Instagram handle. That's kind of
Jarmo.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Jar? Mo? You're Mo. Kilimanjaro. I know it is, but Kilimanjaro Mo. Anyway, sorry.
Things you want to do before you die, right?
Bucket list, yeah.
Bucket
It's
list items.
Cliche
bucket
items.
list.
Oh, cliche.
I do not want to ride in a hot air balloon. I've heard
Okay.
that's miserable.
It doesn't. It sounds cool, but I feel like I wouldn't like it.
I mean, there's just like a random dude in there, and I've heard it's so loud because it's just like whoosh when they're like,
But you're in a balloon.
okay. I know
Yeah.
how to
I
do it.
don't. Not even if I was like, Morgan, this is my dying wish.
Okay, well, I do pretty much anything if you said
I
it
would
was
put
your
you in it,
dying
and I'd
wish.
say, "See you on the other side."
Like, no, I'm gonna die in here. So you guys have to stay on the ground. That would be my dying wish.
You're planning on dying on your one hot air balloon journey.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I died doing what I love.
Did you guys ever see the movie The Chipmunk Adventure?
No.
It's about hot air balloons. That's why I brought it up. Anyways, it's a great movie.
Wait, like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah. So Alvin and the Chipmunks and Brittany and the Chipettes race around the world in hot air balloons.
Wait, there's
Ah.
girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
I've never
Chipettes.
seen any Alvin and the Chipmunk movies.
Well, let me tell you, this is the only one you need to ever see.
Okay.
Well, what if she
'Cause
doesn't
it's
even need to see
great.
that one?
You remember when when Hunter randomly was like, who's read the book Lumpkin the Pumpkin?
It was like
same energy.
Same
like-
vibe.
yeah, but his was dead
Right.
silent. We're like driving to Corn Bellies or something, and he's like,
We were driving to
Hey.
California.
"Oh, that's right."
Even worse.
Even more random.
He's like, anyone read the book Lumpkin the Pumpkin?
That's so funny.
No.
You want to explain it to us in great detail?
But yeah, they fly in hot air balloons around the world
Well, that
That's
sounds
so
collecting diamonds.
sounds pretty
my
fun.
God.
But they don't know that they're collecting diamonds.
Why do they
How
think
they
they're
collect
collecting?
them?
Because these rich people need to deliver, or maybe they're delivering diamonds.
They're delivering the diamonds. I feel
and
like-
trading it for money.
Did you watch this movie or?
I watched it a lot when I was a kid, but my brain's having a hard time. I think they were taking, because they had to take these dolls and drop dolls off at every stop. So I think they were taking the dolls full of diamonds and delivering them to all these places around the world
Sounds like a
for these rich
heist
people.
movie.
It does.
It's like an anti-heist, but
It's
it's
like a gift giving movie.
pretty great.
It's a Christmas movie.
Alvin
Yeah.
and the Chipmunks is a Christmas movie? Question mark.
Comment down below.
It's not.
Damn it.
No, if I got a doll filled with diamonds, I'd think it was Christmas.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
ever think about that?
I did. It's eluded me until just now
A looted? Because they're dropping off loot.
because it's
Yay, more where that came from.
No, much less.
That was more than I bargained for.
Anyways, yeah, good job, everyone.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks for coming up with
Comment
this
down
game.
below if you have the best tacos.
We must know.
Did Jackie rate you too high or too low?
Let me know.
Thanks everyone for watching. It's been a blast.
Yes. It has been a
Yes.
blast indeed.
Please make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, give us a 5-star rating. We'd really appreciate it. We'll each kiss you separately and then once all together. So
Alright.
4 kisses. That's what's in it for you.
Wow.
So many.
Oh, and Trent. So 5 kisses.
Wow. And a together kiss. So fun.
Yeah, you can find me at Cade.Larson.
You can find me at Miss Jackie Charlotte
And
on
I-
Instagram.
and I am at Mo Jarman.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.